What's good, YouTube? It's your boy JP Productions, man, and welcome back to the channel. If you are new, man, welcome to the channel. Be sure to subscribe, like the video, comment down below anything, just say what's up. Any video suggestions, whatever the case is, man, feel free to just comment down below. Alright, so we're gonna get straight to it, and I got some film. You guys see the title, you already know what it is. So, but I'm gonna just say this. Pretty much every shooter has an elbow flare to their shot. Yes, I said it. Pretty much almost every shooter has an elbow flare on their shot, right? Now, when I mean elbow flare, I do not mean their elbow is really out like this, okay? And here's another thing. A lot of people, especially a lot of younger shooters, younger players, they're like, Coach, my elbow I kind of got a chicken wing. How should I fix this? Right? And let me just state this. If you have a chicken wing, right, but your shot is pretty much automatic, I mean, yes, feel free to tweak it, but if your shot is automatic, why would you want to, why would you want to fix it? You know what I'm saying? If you got your shot down already, why would you want to fix it, There's nothing wrong with tweaking it, because you never know. It could be a lot better than it is now. But at the end of the day, it don't matter how you shoot the basketball. If you shoot it whatever you do, and if you can get shots at a high rate consistently, keep shooting your shot. Now let me go back to the topic. Pretty much almost every shooter has an elbow flare on their jump shot, okay? Almost every shooter. Society thinks that we have to have our elbows tucked in like this. Pretty much like this. And if you guys could tell, that is really tucked in, that is really straight. Just look at my whole elbow. Look at my whole arm. Look at my whole hand. That's real straight. That's real straight. You guys see that it's straight, but you guys don't feel the tension that I feel, right? It don't matter about the hand placement where, let's just say you put your index right here or your middle, the split, it don't matter, right? Yes, it does matter to a point, don't get me wrong, but it does not matter. Pretty much not everybody have a really tucked in elbow like this. Number one, there's too much tension right here. And it's too much tension in general, okay? And if you notice a lot of shooters, hey, they may have a little elbow flare. Now, it probably won't be as dramatic like this, okay? Their hand might be under the ball, but as you can see, their forearm is not straight up like this, but it's kind of sideways like this. And there's nothing wrong with that. I have that. Many other shooters have it as well. So let me go to show y'all some film so you guys don't think I'm crazy. Let's get it popping. 3, 2, 1. We are live. We are live. We are live. Full screen that mug. Okay. So I got a few clips right here, okay? Here we go. We got Ray Allen number 1, okay? Ray Allen. As you can see right now, he pretty much has a palm rotation for his shot. A palm rotation is pretty much having the ball sideways, and you're not necessarily holding the ball like this, because that's just so uncomfortable. And you could tell if I bring it up, look at my elbow. That thing is flaring out to the mug. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he has a palm rotation where the ball is kind of sideways and his hands is kind of, side by side like this. So when he goes up, his hands will pretty much be on the side of the ball, but once he gets to his release point, his hands will be pretty much like this, right? It'll pretty much be like this. And once he releases, that's when his hand will start to go completely under the ball like this, and then he'll flick his wrist forward. So let's look at Ray Allen, okay? Now watch his elbow, watch his forearm as well. Ray Allen is one of the greatest shooters ever. Look at this. Look at that. Look at his elbow, and look at his forearm right here. Elbow, forearm. Hand is directly under the basketball. Notice how it's not like this. It's not directly like this. This is pretty much impossible for a shooter. A lot of coaches say, tuck that elbow in, no chicken wing. You know what I'm saying? Do I consider this a chicken wing? I wouldn't consider it a major chicken wing, but it's not tucked in like this because that's just so uncomfortable. We got to get out of the habit of saying, hey, no more chicken wings, right? This isn't a chicken wing, but yet his elbow is flaring out just a little bit, which is okay. And a lot of shooters see it and they're like, oh, I don't like it. Even I was in a position at one point, I was like, I want it to be picture perfect, but it's like, hey, at the end of the day, my little elbow flare, my little forearm, I wish it was straight like this, but it was kind of sideways. I'm hitting shots. And that's all that matters at the end of the day. I'm hitting shots. So as you can see, elbow out a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit. And he's one of the greatest shooters ever. Here goes another clip right here. And you can see it perfectly too. Here goes the shooting elbow, and here goes his forearm. Notice how it's not directly like this. It's not very, very tucked in where it's pretty much straight. It's kind of sideways like this. Kind of sideways. And some of you guys may be like, well, JP, that's Ray Allen. A lot of people shoot differently. You're right. So let's move on to another person. Here we go. We have Steph Curry, the greatest shooter ever when it comes to basketball. All right? The greatest shooter. Now let's look at him. Finds the rim early. Is getting up into his shots. Slow motion with it. Look at it. Look at his elbow. Alright, this is his elbow. But look at his forearm. Once again, the ball is pretty much covering his right eye. Covering his right eye. His elbow isn't like this. It's not straight like this. It's kind of sideways like this. Once again, it's covering his right eye. His elbow is in a little bit, but his forearm is it's not straight, but it's kind of towards the side a little bit. It's not necessarily a chicken wing. Like I said, it's just a little elbow flare. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. And Steph is the greatest shooter ever. Here goes Duncan Robinson. I believe he was shooting, I forgot his percentage, but he had a very high percentage. Duncan Robinson, we all know he is one of the best shooters in the league right now at the moment. Let's look at his forearm. Let's look at his elbow. Y'all see that? Probably too fast. Let me slow down. Look at his elbow. You could tell that his elbow is kind of sticking out a little bit. He's got a mini elbow flare. Now from this angle, you guys will really be able to see it. Gets to his shots. Look at that. Look at that. Look at this right here. Look at that. There goes his elbow. And look at his forearm. His forearm is kind of slightly tilted to the side, right? And as you know, the more your forearm goes to the side, look at your elbow. It starts to stick out a little more. And once again, overall, when it comes to your shooting, you want your hand to be under the ball at the end of the day, okay? It don't have to start like that, just like the palm rotation. It can start on the side, but once you get to your release point, and once you start to begin to release the ball, that's when your hand will end up under the ball, like this. Duncan Robinson, one of the best shooters in the world. Forearm a little bit tilted. Mini chicken wing, just a mini elbow flare. And here goes Damian Lillard right here. Last clip I'm gonna show you guys. Damian Lillard, Dame Dollar. Pulling up logo range, tough shot. Look at it. Look at his elbow, okay? Look at his forearm. Once again, it's not picture perfect straight like this, Like you see all these thumbnails and all these coaches saying, oh, your elbow got to be tucked like this. You don't see this. You do not see that. Okay? You don't see that. You see just a little bit. You see the forearm tilt a little bit, which causes just a mini flare. Not a huge flare, but just a mini flare. And that's a bucky. So, end of story. I just wanted to point that out because a lot of shooters out here, I get a lot of DMs talking about, I got a chicken wing, how do I get rid of it? Okay, I'm gonna leave a link down below in the description as far as why you have a chicken wing and etc. But this is my main message for this video. Guys, it's pretty much impossible to shoot comfortably with a straight elbow like this. A straight elbow and a straight forearm like this. It is pretty much impossible to do so. It is impossible. So if your release and forearm is kind of tilted a little bit to the side, that's okay, okay? But once it starts to get right here, or maybe right here, like that's when it becomes an issue. But overall, just a little elbow, not elbow, just a little forearm tilt, that is okay. That is fine. Okay? That is fine. That's gonna wrap up today's video. Be sure you guys hit that like button, comment down below. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. And also subscribe if you are new, share with your friends, man. We're gonna continue to keep on building this channel. I really appreciate you guys' support, man. If you've been here since today, yesterday, or day one, man, I appreciate you guys' support. God is good today, yesterday, and forever.